Welcome back to the channel, Kip family, and today's video consists of a brand new brake upgrade from R1 Concepts. These are our brand new brake pads and rotors here from R1 Concepts, and we're using the OEM ceramic brake pads. The discs are OEM finished. They are zinc coated to prevent rust and contamination, and it does come with a hardware kit as well. So pretty much everything you need to get the front end of your vehicle done up. Now, R1 Concepts, you guys can go check them out, and they offer a great line of different products. I personally had slotted drilled rotors in the past. The last set I ran was the Nakamoto semi-metallic drilled and slotted brakes, and they did pretty good. However, the semi-metallic, guys, let me tell you, a lot of squeaking and a lot of brake dust. And the only reason I went semi-metallic was because I technically wanted more braking power, since my LX Civic only has drums in the back. So I figured I'd get the semi-metallics to get better braking. But with some data and research, you know, I did the wrong move, because realistically a lot of data points to solid disc rotors like this being the most optimal. So that's what we're going with, and obviously we're going with ceramic pads because semi-metallic was just a little bit too aggressive, too noisy, and just the brake dust wear on those rims was horrendous. So I'm excited to introduce you with R1 Concepts, and we're gonna go ahead and install these right now, because the Turbo Civic is definitely going to need a brake upgrade, because the current brakes are just about done and I hear grinding every time I'm trying to stop. So it's definitely time to put these on, just so we have the braking power that we need to stop. All right, let's see what we got, guys. I'm gonna show you the Nakamoto. Hey, we're babysitting today. This is Bella. Bella's a really cool dog. Slotted and drilled, as you guys can see. These probably have about, I'd say, a good 60,000 miles. And I don't know if you can tell right now, but I barely have any brake pad left. My driver's side is already scraping. It looks a little bit worse, but yeah, these did okay. A lot of people were talking crap. I bought these on eBay really cheap, probably like $70 I believe a couple years ago, and they served us well, aside from what I mentioned previously with the noise and the brake dust. And the brake dust, I'm not exaggerating, guys, like that thing really starts eating up in your wheels. So if you have nice wheels and you're not trying to have them get the brake dust all over them, don't go with the semi-metallics. But yeah, let's get started. Removal of this is pretty easy, since we're taking the whole caliper off. There's two 14mm bolts, and everything else is pretty darn easy. That's why I gotta love Civics. Very easy to work on. Ooh, that's on there. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Bare bone. I'll tell you what, I got my money's worth for these. I'll show you guys these in a second here. As you guys can see, we really maxed these things out. This side wasn't even making any noise yet, believe it or not. With that life left, this side was still good. We got some wheel cleaner. We'll spray that on the brakes. just gonna remove the factory hardware. Now there was nothing wrong with the factory one, but since we got the new one, time for an upgrade. Looks good to me, everything matches up. Yep, it goes in pretty solid right there. That did not go pretty smooth. Okay, that one went smooth. We're gonna re-grease this up. Now for this one, I'm using the Fuelox Infinity Lube. This is good for many applications. It's not dedicated for brakes, but it will do just fine for this application. Just dab it on there a little bit. There you go. You can see that piston going in. All right, we're just gonna measure the new caliper here. 20.81 millimeters. Now let's compare that to the old one. Good old Nakamoto, the brand name is still there. If anything else, that's all that matters. 20.26. So that's the difference. I'm not exactly sure what the minimum indicator is on these drums, but I can definitely feel a pretty good size lip right at the edge here and on the bottom. So it's time to replace these. And speaking of Fuelox, I also have their Fuelox fuel supplement, which let's get a little bit in here and throw that into the vehicle as well. Get those fuel injectors nice and clean. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I kind of missed the slotted look, but I know this is going to be pretty much better for my application here. And yeah, I know one thing I know, guys, the calipers. I know the calipers look horrendous from being spray painted multiple times, but I'm okay with it. One of these days, if I get the proper paint, we'll paint them and clear coat them, make them last a long time, but that's not our main focus. And again, the car doesn't have to look all that great considering this is my daily. I'm fine with it. But if you guys have any cool paint applicator ideas and companies that make specific paint for calipers, you can jot them down below. So I'm gonna wrap this side up, do the other side, and get back to you guys for the final verdict. Guys, the brakes are done. Pretty happy with it, but we can't let our dirty wheels go back on. So we're gonna get the pressure washer, clean it up. Thank you, Super Clean. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps it up. As you guys can see, I was already riding the actual metal. All the material is gone from the driver's side. That's why I was hearing all that clunking. And yeah, you can feel the lips on these rotors here. So it was definitely time to replace them. Right, buddy? She's been keeping an eye on me today. Alright, as far as the car is concerned, so far things look good. I just gave it an initial spin on the driveway and you can see already the surfaces mating right over here and all the excess material coming off. There is, guys, there is a braking procedure for brakes. Some people do it, some people don't. I've done it both ways. The last set of Nakamoto brakes, I actually just gave it a very light braking for at least 200 miles. And then I progressively got more aggressive. But there's people that put on the brakes and really do aggressive braking, couple cycles of driving 50, slowing down to like 10 miles an hour, accelerating, just so they bed in properly. And I think I'm gonna do that with these. I'm gonna brake them in aggressively and see if I notice any difference. I am running a different kind of brake fluid for the longest time. It is a racing fluid, .4 synthetic, so that's been kind of keeping things under control here as far as fluid goes. And yeah, it's important to bleed your brakes every couple of years, just so it doesn't absorb all that moisture from the atmosphere and then start corroding your brake lines, and then also decreasing the boiling point of your fluid because of the moisture that's inside. Alright guys, well thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next video. Let me know what kind of brakes you guys are running on your systems, and if you guys are interested in R1 Concepts parts, go check out their website. I have a link in the description. Pretty good parts so far. Installation went easy, fit and finish was perfect. I like it so far. I'm happy with them.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might